can non-duality really help me find more peace in my everyday life? Yes, because non-duality is not apart from your everyday life. In fact, non-duality is an exploration of your everyday life, to see what is there and what is your everyday life made of and what you are made of. So of course it will bring more peace if you first understand that what we explore in non-duality is your actual everyday life. But what you call your everyday life is really your experience. What is happening in your experience when you wake up in the morning, you take care of the body, you wash your teeth, take a shower, you go to work or school, you go to eat something, you meet friends, you do this, you do that. I mean, every human being have his own seeming everyday life, but everyday life is not a banality. Everyday life is an experience that is shining forth. It's an experience of sensations, of perceptions and thoughts. And this is what non-duality explore. Say your own direct experience that I divide in three big categories, which is sensing, perceiving, and thinking. And non-duality explore those topics, but not as a conceptual frame, but as a direct exploration, a direct engagement with experience. So why does it bring more peace in your everyday life or in your experience? Because we tend to overlook what is actually happening in our everyday life, and we get, without noticing it, we get hypnotized by thoughts into some kind of imaginary world with time, with individuality, with separation, with suffering, with struggle, with a lot of things happen in imagination that are not happening actually right here, right now. So we get hypnotized by thoughts into some imaginary dimension that does not exist. And then we start to suffer the consequences of this imagination. I imagine that my life is very boring. I imagine that I'm miserable. I imagine that I'm not enough. I imagine that the world is terrible and dangerous. And then I feel the consequences of this imagination, because I start to believe it is real. And therefore, this imagination pop up from thoughts. I take it for granted without questioning anything. So this imagination become my lived everyday life. And I start to feel the effect of it, which is fear, anxiety, resentment, suffering, separation, anxiety. And I start to seek peace. And that's exactly what's happening. If you want to be at peace, you have to see clearly the process of thoughts and how thoughts have this immense ability to hypnotize awareness, to hypnotize what you are into dimension that does not exist, and then we feel those effects of separation, fear, anxiety, etc. So yes, it will bring peace in your everyday life, but not as something external, not some made up peace, or some peace that will arrive with a new object or a new relationship or a new experience or state of consciousness that you will gain or attain, but as a realization of what is happening and as a realization of what you are. And with this process, the sources and the causes of suffering, which is the opposite of peace, the causes of anxiety, which is the opposite of peace, etc. These causes, we start to see that they are unreal, that they are thoughts only. And with this realization, fear, anxiety, suffering will disappear, and naturally the peace that was already available to you will start to be realized. You will start to see and have access to what was already here when you see the illusion of thoughts. And because your everyday life is your experience, your everyday life is here and now. And the peace that you search is here and now. So non-duality is a support to explore our confusion. Yeah? And by exploring our confusion, it dissolves itself naturally. And then what is already here, which is peace, what you are, start to shine more and more. So non-duality is not separated from everyday life. It is really the opposite. Non-duality is an exploration of actuality. It's an exploration of your actual experience that is happening right here, right now. And this is what we explore. So through non-duality, we don't win peace. Through non-duality, through the understanding of non-duality and the exploration of this understanding in our direct experience, we start to feel the peace that is already available. And deeper in the path, you will see and feel that this peace is the very presence and the very being that you are. And because you are always present, this peace is always available to you.